Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 1987 Supermod. I'm your host, as always, Brad Drake, and this is my AWA save. It is Saturday, week 2 of November of 1987, and the AWA is traveling from Las Vegas, Nevada, and we've now made our way to San Francisco, California. We're expecting 9,500 fans tonight, ladies and gentlemen, so that means we are moving on up, and we are running the Cow Palace. So we're going to go ahead and select our venue here. The Cow Palace has been selected, and if you remember correctly, folks, the AWA ran the Cow Palace. So again, we strive for realism, and we've got it. All right, we got some backstage incidents here. Derek Dukes, we just signed him recently, and apparently Wahoo McDaniel has now taken him under his wing as a protege. Excellent. And that's exactly what it is. Terrific. Let's see our absent workers. Mr. Saito's out, and Kevin Kelly is still injured. So let's go ahead and take a look at our card, and we'll give it a rundown. In our opener, Madusa Micelli is going to face Vivian, Vachon. Cactus Jack and Buddy Wolfe are going to battle the Assassin and Steve Olsonoski. Mike Graham, we got to correct this, folks. Right here, right now, we've got to correct this. So, Mike Graham is not going to face Alan West. Mike Graham is going to face Nelson Royal for the World Light Heavyweight title. I'm surprised I did not adjust that. And Wayne Bloom is going to face Alan West. So, let's try that again. In our opener, Madusa Micelli is going to face Vivian Vachon. Cactus Jack and Buddy Wolfe will battle the Assassin and Steve Olsonoski. Wayne Bloom is going to meet Alan West in the squared circle. Mike Graham is challenging Nelson Royal for the AWA World Light Heavyweight title. The Terrorist is going to meet Gregania. Dick Slater and Wahoo McDaniel are going to have an Indian strap match. That's right, folks. Not just a strap match, but an Indian strap match. The Guerrero brothers are going to meet Rose and Summers in the semifinal. And in our final match, our main event, Scott Hall is going to battle Larry Zbyszko. Ladies and gentlemen, I am recording this on March 15th, and sadly, Scott Hall passed away yesterday at age 63. For those of you that may be too young, watch Scott Hall matches. Scott Hall first made it on the scene in Florida in 1984, and he was very significant in the ring all the way until about 2003. He had one hell of a career. He was a great athlete, and he was just fantastic on the mic. Scott Hall was the total package of a wrestler, not only as Scott Hall, but when he wrestled in WWF, also as Razor Ramon, where he gained his most notoriety. He was also a very significant part of the NWO and a very important part of the explosion of WCW in the late 90s. And let me tell you, folks, as a teenager living through it, that NWO run in the mid to late 90s was unlike anything I had ever seen. I was very fortunate to grow up with Hulkamania in the 80s and that whole explosion. And then I also got to see in my teenage years the NWO. It was really something special. And Scott Hall is probably one of the best to ever do it. So rest in peace, Scott Hall. All right, folks, that means it is time for booking. Of course, we open up with Micelli versus Vachon. And we'll take a look here and see who won the last time. It looks like Madusa Micelli won the last time, so Vivian Vachon's going to go ahead and get the win this time. There she is. And that match is booked. Cactus Jack and Buddy Wolfe versus the Assassin and Olsonoski is next. It's a 12-minute bout. And there's our two teams plugged right in. This one we can auto name. Excellent. And let's see if this is getting too one-sided one way or the other. And it is. So we are going to have Buddy Wolfe go over here. Buddy Wolfe was also a draw on the West Coast. So this is fair. Buddy Wolfe spent some time in the California promotions. All right, that one's booked out now. And we're going to move on down. Wayne Bloom is going to face Alan West. And again, Wayne Bloom is brand new. He's in his rookie year. Alan West is still developing. This one is not going to get a good score, but it's going to get these two men experience. So we're going to leave this one open-ended. It doesn't matter to me who wins here. I'm imagining that Alan West is going to go over here. Mike Graham versus Nelson Royal. Mike Graham has just recently turned babyface, and he is chasing Nelson Royal for that World Light Heavyweight title. This one goes up to 14 minutes if I'm correct, and it does. Mike Graham, of course, is running Championship Wrestling from Florida, along with Hiro Matsuda and some other partners at this time. So he is making the trek up north to wrestle for us. And pretty soon, next month, Championship Wrestling from Florida will be shut down by Jim Crockett Promotions. That keeps it realistic, and that's exactly what happened. In our game, Championship Wrestling is doing very well financially, but in real life, it didn't. We're going to try something here, folks. We're going to bump this one up to 16 minutes. We're going to have it be a technical masterclass, and we're going to have Nelson Royal win by cheating, of course. So we bumped it up to 16 minutes. So that one is booked out. And next we have the Terrorist versus Gregania. And the Terrorist, of course, is Jack Victory. We're going to leave this one open-ended, but I'm certain we all know who's going to go over here. Should be a foregone conclusion, but sometimes you never know with TEW. It shocks you sometimes. All right, that one's booked out. And now we got our Indian Strat match. And we've got Slater versus McDaniel. This one's a 16-minute bout. Another 16-minute bout. Let's trim this one down to 14 minutes. I don't think it's going to make a difference. Remember, we gave the additional 2 minutes over to Graham and Royal. So there we go, Indian Strat match. And it's got to be 15 minutes. So we're going to bump this up to 15 minutes. Heck, let's just give it the full 16. It's not going to make a difference. So let's take a look here and see who's been doing what in this feud. McDaniel won the last one. We're going to put Slater over on this one. This match, of course, will be a bloodbath. Recently, we saw a chain match in AEW. And this one is a Indian Strat match. And so imagine how Punk was bleeding and then times it by 100. For you younger fans, you may not have seen something like this before. These matches were brutal. Absolutely brutal. So both these men would be bleeding, as they say, buckets. All right, the Guerrero brothers versus Rose and Summers. And of course, we're in California. So the Guerrero brothers are going over here. There's Rose and Summers. And I always forget that I have the Guerrero brothers as a stable and not as a tag team. So there's Chavo. And there is Hector. They are plugged in. And I'm going to make sure to delete this part of it. That's not necessary. So the auto name is cool, but it does stuff like this, which is no big deal. All right, and we're going to make sure Chavo goes over. And in case you haven't noticed, we have changed Chavo's look over here to the smiling Chavo with the hat. So it's attention to detail, folks. So we know who the baby face is here. We're going to trim this one down to 16 minutes for the heck of it. All right, and our main event is Big Scott Hall versus Zbyszko. We're going to go full 30 minutes with this one. These two have been putting up some really good numbers lately. There's Scott Hall. And there is Larry Zbyszko. Let's take a look and see who's won. The last one here, Larry Zbyszko got the win last time. Scott Hall is going over this time. And we are going to have a run-in go bad here. We're going to start planting the seeds here, folks. We are going to start planting the seeds for Nick Bockwinkel's face turn. Again, this happened in real life a lot sooner. We're doing a little bit later, but it's going to work out well. So we are booked up here now. We got a full card, 3 minutes longer than usual. No problem. Let's go ahead, folks, and let's run this one out, and let's see what we can do. We got a solid card here. But it's always a little bit of a crapshoot on the West Coast here because not all our wrestlers have very good numbers in the Southwest region. So let's start. All right, our two ladies had a nice match here. They get a 46 overall. And notice how they're not getting penalized for not being known. So they are gaining popularity. Hey, look at that. We drew over 10,000 here in the Cow Palace. Terrific. Terrific crowd. This one got a decent number here. Cactus Jack and Wolfe go over the Assassin and Olsonoski. Wolfe, of course, gets the win. And here's the one we figured would have a rough score and gets that red lettering of doom. And that's Wayne Bloom versus Alan West. So Wayne Bloom actually went over and beat Alan West. Wow. I wasn't expecting that one. So this is not too good. We've had 3 heels go over in a row. And this one did pretty well, 65 for these two on the West Coast. Let's see. Yeah, they both got a bonus for being well suited. So from here on out, when we book their matches, because we're watching Graham Chase now for the title. Nelson Royal has been an excellent champion, but we're going to watch Mike Graham Chase for the title here, and we're going to keep these as technical master classes because that's going to help the quality of the match. And of course, it's true. Both these men were technical wizards in the ring. So that's a good score for these two, 65. All right, of course, Gagne goes over with the Gagne sleeper. And I'm sure the terrorist is fatigued. Of course. Of course. He's always fatigued. All right, Dick Slater and Wahoo McDaniel get a 78 overall. It's a little disappointing, but again, we're on the West Coast, so I'm sure it's both these guys who are taking a little bit of a hit because of it. So 78 is not bad. Let's see if the dirt sheet tells us anything we don't know. And it doesn't. So there's a lot of bonuses here. And of course, McDaniel's getting knocked for his declining ability, which is understandable. He's pushing 50 here. All right, nice 82 score for the Guerrero brothers versus Rose and Summers. Terrific. And let's see if our dirt sheet tells us anything. There is a lot of bonuses here, bonuses across the board. Nice score. It's a very nice score for this bout. And of course, you know that the Guerrero brothers were going to look like $1 million in California. Like I said before, Chavo Guerrero alone won 147 titles in Los Angeles. Hector Guerrero won quite a few too. So let's go ahead and check out our main event. This could go either way, folks. We're on the West Coast. I'm excited to see what happens here. Let's go. 86 overall, very good for a West Coast bout. And of course, we got the botched interference by Nick Bockwinkel. So you can imagine what would happen here. Scott Hall left the ring, and the fans here in San Francisco are treated to Nick Bockwinkel and Larry Zbyszko having a little bit of a disagreement. So this is planting the seeds. The fans are seeing it firsthand. So what are they going to see on TV next week? That's the question, right? Notice how we have the handle changes in the bottom left corner. We're not ready yet to change Nick Bockwinkel. We need to do it where a lot of people can see it. So we're not ready to change yet. Here's the dirt sheet. Big bonuses across the board. Scott Hall just gets knocked for inexperience. That's going to change. Remember, Scott Hall is only 3 years in wrestling here. And man, was he a monster at this point in time. If you get the chance, check out some 1987 Scott Hall on YouTube. What a monster. Wow. All right, we're going to go ahead and finish up here, folks. Yes, we're going to finish the show without addressing, but thank you for letting me know, TEW. All right, we get an increase. We get a bump up. Excellent. And we definitely have to give Scott Hall some praise. Good performance. Larry Zbyszko, we got to give him for a great performance. And then, of course, Wahoo also gets hit for a great performance because he really did. All right, we're going to make that speech. Hall's pleased, Zbyszko is pleased, and Wahoo is pleased. Excellent. While that goes back to the main screen, we're going to make our adjustment on the booking schedule here. Because you know if I don't, I'll make an error and book the wrong card. So we go ahead and change that text over to white here. And we are all set for Sunday night when we're traveling up to Winnipeg. All right, we got some mail in our inbox here. Eddie Guerrero worked for Crockett last night. That's just fine. Remember, we are not in an alliance with Crockett. Never mind. But we do have a talent sharing agreement with them. Let's see how Championship Wrestling did. Championship Wrestling got almost 1.7 million viewers. That is terrific. Scott Hall is trash talking the terrorist. I'm not surprised. Maybe Scott Hall doesn't like Jack Victory. I don't know. All right, and of course, Jack Victory is tired because he's working for 7 other promotions. So let's see if there's anything of notice here. Oh, New Japan's got the Japan Cup Tag League going here. And looks like the WWF ran Saturday night's main event. So we're going to keep scrolling down here, see if anything catches our eye. It really doesn't here, so that's okay. Let's take a look in the main thing. WWF ran Prism. Oh, Don Morocco made his face turn here. So that's actually not a bad main event at all. Morocco and the Young Stallions versus Bass and the New Dream Team. And the rest were squash matches. Fair enough. All right, the big main event of Saturday night's main event, the Heenan family defeats Brutus Beefcake and the British Bulldogs. And again, we are without Hogan. Wow. Piper over Butch Reed. So Piper must have turned face here. Morocco over Ted DiBiase. Terrific. Volkov over Coco Beware. Jake Roberts over a jobber. And a ladies' cage match. Come on. That apparently was the second match on the card. I don't know, folks. I just don't know. All right. Is there anything else we want to take a look at here? We could take a look at our financial numbers. Yeah, we already are doing very, very well. Our merchandise is through the roof. Wow. That's a lot of money for merchandise. Terrific. All right, folks. I think that goes ahead and finishes us up for this one. For those of you that are interested, go to facebook.com/groups/1987supermod or facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. Join us in conversation about the 1987 Supermod. We continue to gain in popularity. I continue to get people emailing me, asking me for links, and so we are continue to grow. So join us on the Facebook page and talk to us about your save. Let us know how things are going for you. Also, if you would like the mod and you don't have it already, go to braddrake.net, drop me a line. I will be more than happy to send you over a link to the Google page where you can go ahead and download the picture pack and also the database. Last but not least, please give us a like. Hit that subscribe button and share. Let your friends know about what we got going on here. And the Supermod is taking over, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much for tuning in today. And of course, we'll be back tomorrow. So long for now.